All right, hello and welcome in everybody to some. What are we doing? To some post 14 FanFest discussion. I'm just chilling here in game because I wanted to get some of the 14 music in the background. Tier has a really nice selection in his house. I wanted to do my house, but it's Crystal, and there's probably not going to be a lot going on over in Party Finder on Crystal when I'm kind of done with this. But yeah, I kind of want to talk about the. What do you have? A nice orchestrion playlist. I know you can't really hear it because I think I turned my in-game music down a little bit. But yeah, Tier's got a really great playlist. That is orchestrion. And I wanted to talk about FanFest a little bit, share my experiences, share some pictures. Let's see. I mean, I guess before that, I want to talk a little bit about before FanFest, because the day before, I did kind of have to take my cat into the vet. I think I talked about it on stream last Tuesday. But yeah, my cat's UTI got cleared up by the antibiotics, which was awesome. She is kind of on the route for kidney disease. So I had to swap her food, get prescription, and yeah, that was in the back of my head the entire time I was traveling, just like thinking about my cat. I was checking I was checking her camera a lot. Even though I had the motion detector set on that camera, I was like pulling it up like every like fucking 20 minutes or something because I just wanted to see if she was there, what she was doing. I don't close her in that room. She just comes and goes, and there's a camera there. But she does like to hang out there. She likes to sleep on the bed. She likes the glass desk because it's kind of cool. Open window. She's got a litter box in there. Yeah, I think that's really it for like pre-FanFest thoughts. I guess I can kind of jump into the amazing slideshow that I have cooked up. So we have we have Tier and Jezzy go to FanFest. This is a picture from almost 4 years ago at this point. I still had long hair. So Wednesday, the day before anything, really. Tier drove up, Paint came down, and we hung out with Paint. We started at an all-you-can-play arcade, which was actually kind of cool. They had a lot of well, basically like every fucking 80s, 90s arcade game that I could imagine. Tier Paint and we played like the X-Men game. I don't think we got to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones altogether. But Tier and I did do... I forget what it's called, but it was basically a gunning and driving game. Where Tier was driving and gunning, I was also gunning. Then I played a lot of Galaga. I played the original Mario Brothers, I really forget how to describe it, but it was like the original Mario Brothers where like you're going through the pipes, there's the power block in the middle, you have enemies. Then I played some Super Mario Brothers 1. Played Pac-Man for like half of an hour. Some really cool games. And then there was also a, I think near the kind of near the end when we were in the arcade, Tyr and I found it was like an it was a motion sensor, um, kind of arcade game, where you had like you had a saber, and you could actually do the slashing. You could point it and you could shoot. We had no idea what the fuck it was. It was in Japanese. And about 10 minutes of playing, we got to a boss, and all of a sudden, Castlevania music started playing. And then we kind of realized it was Castlevania. Which was kind of cool. And then I think around like 6 o'clock, we were hungry. So we went to Gina Jude's while we were there. We went back to the arcade because the arcade place had an unlimited pinball machine building as well. So we were at the pinball machine room for I think like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I had some pretty cool ones. There were a couple of Elvira ones. There was a Starship Troopers one, which I had a lot of fun with. And then, yeah, after that, we went back to my house. We got some deep dish pizza. And we took this dumbass picture. Because Paint, in his infinite trolldom, brought 3 hats, a monocle, and a cane. And that was just for himself. But we shared the hats and we took some pictures. This is the troll picture that I use because I don't know. Me without the long pink hair in pictures. I don't know how I feel. So then we move on to Thursday, day 0. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. Paint lives near the airport. Paint drives us to the airport. We took a red-eye from O'Hare. I didn't like that. On top of that, TSA was closed when we arrived. And not only was TSA closed, self-bagging for our airlines was also closed until a certain point. So we had to wait until that opened. We got my bag, we got my baggage tagged. We got it loaded with the employees, and then we lined up with TSA. The line was so long. We were lined up for TSA Gate 7. I think it was. The line was so long. Tyr and I were standing at TSA Gate 6, which was going to be closed for another half hour. TSA Gate 6 opened 20 minutes early, and we were right next to it. And we got through in like 10 minutes. It was stroke of fucking luck. I think what happened was there were 4 handicapped people trying to get through TSA, and they were lined up at Gate 6, kind of where we were at in the line for 7, because the line for 7 was so long that TSA Gate 6 was just like, alright, let's open, let's get these people through, and they literally just took us in. I think there was like 5 people in front of us, maybe like 8 or something. It was not, we did not wait very long getting through TSA. It was really nice. So then we went from O'Hare to Phoenix. I like space. I did not have space. We had a layover in Phoenix. The layover was like 25 minutes. We had 25 minutes to deboard the plane and get to the next terminal. Thankfully, the flight crew for our flight from O'Hare to Phoenix, they were just like, okay, yeah, we have these passengers on the plane. They need to catch a connecting flight, which is in 20 minutes. Please let them go first. And they stated off our names. We raised our hands so people were aware. I think Tyr and I were like, it was like 13 people who had to make like quick connecting flights, and Tyr and I were like the 10th and 11th person off. But yeah, that was kind of a... We're going to try not to do that again. If we do this again. Because it was actually a 15-minute walk from our terminal to the terminal that we needed to get to. I think when we got there, group 4 was boarding. We were group 9. But that plane was already boarding when we got there. And then we flew from Phoenix to John Wayne Airport. Again, I like space. I didn't really have space. And this was a 90-minute fucking flight. It was 30 minutes ascending. No, it was like 40 minutes ascending, 15 minutes at cruising altitude, and then 30 minutes of like the fucking final descent, or the descending. That's how I felt. The fasten seatbelt sign was off for like 6 minutes. Granted, Tyr and I didn't need... It was such a short flight. Like, Tyr and I, we didn't need to get up. We didn't need to do anything. I was on my phone. Most of that, I was just listening to music. I think I had my Switch out at one point. I was playing Plants vs. Zombies. And then we got to Orange County. We got picked up from the airport and by an Uber, and we went to the hotel. 5-star for the Uber driver. He did good. He picked us up. He was kind of cool. He opened up everything. He dropped us off. No problems. And then we checked into the hotel. I got early check-in. Early check-in was supposed to be like noon or something. And I think we actually got to the hotel at like 10:30 or something. And yeah, like Tyr and I expected that like we were gonna check in, we were gonna leave our bags with front desk. When our room was ready, they were gonna call us. They gave us the keys to the room immediately because it was vacant. So we got our rooms at 4:11. So we were able to we got to the hotel, we checked in, we got to our room, we dropped our bags off. Which was really nice. I think then we messaged Walt. We messaged Walt. Walt came down. We were discussing what we were going to do. We grabbed lunch at Roscoe's Chicken. I had chicken tenders. This was not the only time I had chicken tenders on this entire trip. And then we went into the registration for FanFest. And it only took about 20 minutes. I was kind of happy with that. And then in the afternoon, Tyr, Walt, and I hung out in the hotel for a bit. It's kind of cool. We were talking shit about the video game. And then about 3 o'clock rolls around. I realized I hadn't slept for like 36 hours. And in a couple hours, we had planning on going out to dinner. And then in about an hour, we had planned to go to a board game shop. Where it was, you can rent out a time slot, you can play whatever board games they got. I originally had planned to go to that, but I was so tired. So Tyr and Walt went to that. They played a game called Time Stories. They were describing it to me, and I can't really do it justice. It sounded like a lot of fun. It was a scenario game that I think when we're done with Baldur's Gate 3, I think we're gonna try to do some like tabletop sim games, and I think we're gonna try to check that one out because that one there is a workshop for that game in particular for tabletop sim. And then I napped. It was a nice 2-hour nap, maybe. And then they finished up. They finished up the tabletop game. I woke up from a nap, and I think around 7 o'clock is when we got into an Uber to go to our next thing, where there was an event for a Twitch streamer, Ponto, who I know. He's a really cool guy. Walt knows him a lot better than I do, and we were invited to Walt invited us to a Brazilian steakhouse for Ponto. Ta-da, Ponto. Brazilian steakhouses are always good. They basically just come around with meats on skewers and ask if you want some, and yeah, you generally just say yes. I'm a big fan of steak, filet mignon, and picanha. Picanha is always so good because picanha is basically it's the fat cap section of the ribeye. I'm gonna well, I'm not gonna butcher it. I know I'm not gonna say it correctly, but I believe that muscle is called the spinalis on the ribeye, because I watch a lot of Guga sous vide everything, and yeah, picanha is so good. But picanha on itself is so expensive. But yeah, I got to talk to a lot of people in Ponto's community. I got to actually talk to somebody like I've kind of like ancillarily known for about probably like 2-3 years now. It was Quantu3. If you've ever browsed the 14 category on Twitch, he is the Namazu PNG tuber, or he might be Nazamu VTuber now. It's been a while since I've actually looked. But yeah, I was able to meet up with him. I was able to talk with him for, I don't know, a minute. He talked to me for... He's actually a really cool guy. And yeah, he coordinated with our table. Like all the payment and everything. And then, again, like, I played with Ponto like 2 years ago or something. We did some reclears of, I think it was like P8S. And, like, I was able to catch Ponto for like a minute. Ponto really doesn't know me, but I showed him my character. And he recognized my character. He's like, oh yeah, we were doing this fight together for a little bit with Sayori. And I'm like, yeah, I remember doing... I'm like, yeah, cool, you do kind of remember me. And then we talked for a little bit, and yeah, it was kind of cool meeting him. It was a lot of fun. And then, right after that, near the end of dinner, Sayori, well, it was kind of already known. There was going to be an after party at round 1. And Sayori was just like, okay, hey, we'll meet you guys over at round 1. And I love their crane games. And I love plushies even more. I think I spent like $30. I spent like $30 on the crane games. I won 2 plushies. And then Tier Walt and I were hanging out at the bowling alley. We were having drinks. And then Tier asked me to watch his phone, make sure it didn't fall off the table while he went to the bathroom. So my plushies were making sure his phone didn't fall. And I did end up winning 3 plushies. So I won these first 2 plushies. I think it was like 30 bucks in credits or something. I spent another $20 in credits trying to get another one. And the crane game next to me, a guy came up. It was the exact same plushie that I was trying to win. He walked up. He got it in one go. And I was there for like 5 minutes, and I was not getting it. I was just doing bad. I saw that he won it. And then I was just like, okay, you know what? I'm inadequate. I just rage quit. And I said, I looked over at him and said, congratulations. I'm just going to get out of here because I can't win this one. And then I had to go back after that, I rage quitting to justify the spending that I did. And I got 3 plushies. Do I have a picture? No, I don't have a good picture saved yet. In person, I'm very hard to talk to if I don't know you. Yeah, there is that, but I mean, like if I was not as introverted as a person as I am, like I probably would have grabbed Tier, and I would have talked to Ponto a little bit more. I probably would have talked to Sayori. I probably would have talked to Quan a little bit more. But yeah, that's not me. I'm just a very reserved, introverted person. I can't really do that. There's a reason I'm kind of good friends with Christy. Because Christy is that very, very extroverted person. She made so many friends during the convention. She would just like go up to people, say like, hey, I love your dress. They would talk for 5 minutes. They'd exchange numbers. They'd be texting all through the convention. She actually... she got one of the staff members to play one of the fucking minigames with us. Like, that's how good she is at talking with people. And then we come to the end of day 0. Thursday. Tier Weldon and I hung out at the hotel. We had South Park on the TV and we were discussing raids in BG3. I don't know, I don't really remember what we were talking about, because we were there for like 3 hours. And yeah, we were talking for about 2 hours. Tier went to bed, Walt hung around for like another half hour. It was a good day. It was a really good day. All of these days were good. And then we move on to day 1. Tier went to bed. Tier passed the fuck out. Yeah, but you were on the bed. You were on the bed, so you went to bed. So the queue to get entry was insane. And I actually took a picture and shared with one of my groups about the line. We're like 250 feet away from the doors. And it's just jam-packed. Fucking hotel to hotel. And Hiki was just like, bruh, I think I'm right behind you. Hiki was literally right behind me. There was not a single person in between him and me. He was just standing like 3 feet back. He was right there. And I kind of regret not getting a picture with him. And then it was about an hour to get into the venue. and we sat down for the keynote. I mean, aside from, like, standing in the queue. Also fun time. It was cool talking with other people. Kind of in the queue. And surprisingly, like, the weather was really nice. It wasn't warm, it wasn't cold. It was like a nice room temp. It was a nice room temperature room. And then we get into the venue for the keynote and the dev panel. And they talked about the expansion. Kind of. They gave us the trailer for the expansion. Evercold. I'll probably give my thoughts on the keynote and the dev panel a little bit later, like not tonight. Once I can kind of get, like better thoughts on it. You forgot about burners. We will get there when we get there. This is Friday morning. We had not met Boar and Erston yet. Or did we? No, we didn't. On Thursday we met them? They sat next to us for the key. Do you see how we are at Friday? The keynote, the dev. Do you see how we are going through that right now, Tier? Do you see the fucking title of this panel? The keynote and the dev panel. They got there before we... Okay, fine. They did. They were sitting with us for the keynote because it was Boar, it was Erston, it was Tyr, it was myself, then it was Walt. And yeah, so we got to see the... Walt was between you and Erston. Oh, Walt... Okay, so... Okay, Walt was to my left, Tyr was to my right. And yeah, so they showed the preview for the expansion. Evercold looks kind of cool. I liked a lot of... I'm not gonna say it's like quality of life, accessibility. I kind of like the changes that they're thinking going forward with a lot of the daily, weekly shit. Then they said they were going to release 2 new jobs, a tank and a P-ranged. I don't play P-ranged. I'm really not following that too much. I'm not really telling a story. I'm recounting details. And yes, sorry, the way you were saying it, it sounded like you were saying we met Erston and Boar on Thursday. My apologies for misreading. The tank I'm semi-interested in. But if I'm gonna tank, I'm gonna play Warrior. And then they talked about the evolved rotations. And I want to see how it pans out. I want to see how it feels. I want to see the actual end product of the evolved rotations versus the reborn rotations. I'm kind of skeptical. But again, like I want to see the final product, and I want to see if the devs actually take feedback about the evolved and the reborn rotation combat system. Like if the community overall doesn't like it, and the devs kind of like walk back some changes, that's going to be very. It's going to be very good. that the dev team kind of takes into consideration the majority of the player base's critiques. And then we, after the keynote, we went to a nearby Carl's Jr., we grabbed some food, and somebody lost their entry wristband. Rip that guy. And then during the dev panel, I got kidnapped by Christy. During the dev panel, they were talking about the evolved battle system a little bit more. I'm not giving a minute by minute. This What's the bottom text portion? It's a joke. There are a lot of joke panels. You don't remember bottom text happening? Can you stop stealing my jokes? Let the presentation pan out before you steal my jokes. And then Christy kidnapped me during the developer panel. And then we got a photo with the Aether team with Christy. We have Roro, we have Calvin, Demi. Demi's not part of the group, but she's very good friends with Rin. And we have Rin, myself. As much as I would like to, Honeybee Lovely is not part of our raid team. And then we have Christy, Sakura Yuzu. Gabe is Summerhill. We have Pengy, and then Brian. Brian was actually the machinist in this group for the first year. And yeah, we had a lot of fun taking this picture. We forced Christy to be holding one of the hearts. Pengy picked one up by himself, but I think Brian also kind of knew, because Brian and Christy would eat hearts like crazy during that fight. We didn't have Roro back then, but yeah, Christy, without fail, would always eat like 1 or 2 hearts throughout the entire thing. She would heal the boss, give her a tiny damage buff. But I forgive her. And then after Christy kidnapped me, we were doing some of the event activities. A lot of the event activities were giving stickers that we were supposed to put in like the notebook that we got in our swag bag. There was a llama racing game where it was like you roll a ball up, and it was kind of like skee ball, but like not as aggressive. You try to aim for like, you know, the good goals, get the ball in there, and you would move further if you didn't get it in the good holes. You know, this just sounds weird. I'm just gonna fucking stop right there. And then we got in line for the Crystalline Conflict PvP minigame, which was a 5v5. Unfortunately, we had a group of 6. There was a group of 4 in front of us, so one of us had to change sides. I changed sides. And the game was basically just rolling an inflatable die. And it was like a 1 in 3 chance. No, it was I think it was a 1 in 3 chance where you would progress the crystal, and then there was like a 1 in 3 chance that you didn't. I know, maybe I think it was 50-50, sorry. But yeah, it was basically just rolling an inflatable die. The staff was watching, like every time the die finished, like seeing which side, like if the if the crystal needed to move. My team lost, and Christy, without foul, or without even skipping a beat, when I got up to her, she's like, "Jez, thanks for throwing." This motherfucker. It was an inflatable dice game. I can't throw. And then I really wanted to get a picture with each member. I wanted to get a picture with Calvin, with Pangy, with Breon, with Gabe, with Christy, with Rin, with Roro, with Demi. But like, we were just moving around so much, I wasn't able to get that done. And then around 6 o'clock, I broke off to kind of catch the cosplay walk. And at this point, like I actually ran back into Urson and Boar for like 5-10 minutes. We were talking, we were watching the cosplay walk. I really had to go to the bathroom, so I had to say I'll catch you guys later. But I invited them back to the hotel room to hang out if they wanted to. And then between the cosplay walk and the concert, Xeno was holding a meet and greet in the lobby. I got to meet the bald man. Can I get a...
I owe you an apology.
I'm at my 123rd month.
No.
Day one OG.
Day one OG.
Hold on, no. Right here. I owe this man an apology. I owe this man an apology because this motherfucker right here. I did an OG shitlord Shadowless. And I forgot him.
Oh,
You forgot my brother too.
Okay, I didn't know that. Now I okay. All
My
right.
brother's Volrod.
actually doesn't have a
007. Yeah. And then you know who I am?
Jezzy.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Hell
It's
yeah.
been so long. I've been waiting to meet you, and I already asked, and you said yes. So
Oh God. What did I say yes to?
your 2015 Teespring t-shirt?
Oh my gosh. That's a 25th.
This shirt has so many holes in it. I wore it so much.
2015.
That's crazy,
This
dude.
was my very first shirt I ever had, man.
Oh my gosh. That's
Jesus.
sick.
Would you mind?
That's what. Yo, okay. Below average.
Below
readers.
average
Okay, let me
readers.
say, now there's actually a story. This fucking guy was so mad at me. He was so mad at me because we were in a party or something and he fucked up and I shit on him. So he went out of his way to comment on my
He's
YouTube
got the fucking
and say
Xeno
something
dog
like,
up by
"He
his
knows shit,
thumb.
He's just a below average raider. So I used this for a while. Yeah.
That's okay.
Look. This is how old this is, man.
That's
That's
Oh.
how old that is.
insane.
It's the same. That tattoo,
Yeah.
yeah. Wow.
Would you sign that shirt?
Sign
What do
it.
you want me to say?
Anywhere. You know what? Yeah. You want to sign it on my back?
FP Plone tries to use Sharpie.
Man, this motherfucker gave me a black marker for a black t-shirt.
I gave you a blue marker.
Well, it ain't blue, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah,
Shiv, do you have a silver marker?
You know what? You want to try any one of these?
Oh yeah. Yeah, try the other ones. Try the other ones. Yeah, try the other
Let
ones.
me try pink. Let me try pink.
Yeah, pink.
I don't have my
Almost a blue,
pink that
yeah.
I normally use.
All right, from now on, any shit we go to.
I'm sorry to take up so much of your time,
Yeah,
man.
silver. Yeah.
Take
pink
notes.
working?
No.
Damn, bro.
Fuck.
Teal.
I should have gotten a silver
Try
marker.
on the
Walt
white
was
part too, maybe. I don't know.
Walt was
Do you mind
smart.
if it's on the white part of the shirt?
No, I don't mind. It's got so many holes on it. I don't really wear it anymore.
The rest of the stickers, dude.
I mean,
That one shows up. I
That
mean,
works.
but you can't see it.
Like-
I'm trying to sound like fuck.
I can actually see it. where he signed like the other 2 times.
5 times.
There you go.
You know, thanks for
It's there.
somebody
You know
saying
what?
it.
It's there. It's there. Yeah.
Metallic and just go over it.
That works. Yeah, yeah.
I'm a teacher.
Right, yeah. It is good to meet you finally. It has been so fucking long. Yeah.
Same with his.
Anytime, man. You've been an awesome guy.
No cringe.
She's gonna be able to make stuff like that too, right? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I like that movie.
Thank you so much.
And then just listen to Zerv in the background. Like after I leave.
I got a very like avatar setup right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Who was that? Zerv. I've played so much with Zerv. I've helped him with like so many fights. I've healed with him. Like Zerv never actually met me. Zerv has no idea what I look like.
Jezzy. That's Jezzy. Jezzy.
Holy shit.
No,
You
no.
gotta make fun of
Like hearing Zerv say that after. It just makes me realize that I have actually done a lot in this game, and this game has been a kind of large part of my life. And I've just played with so many people. And yeah, like that was such a really cool moment for me, being able to beat Xeno, and just Zerv saying that at the end, and like Xeno knew who I was. I think it took him like half of a second as I was walking up, and then it fucking clicked. And then we had the piano concert. She is such an incredible pianist. I can't even describe. Like, the way she plays the piano, it's so emotional. And Soken is just a goddamn fucking troll. She was playing the Turali theme, and then Soken comes out with an automaton to do the saxophone part for the night jazz version. And look at that smug face on him. Soken's fucking great. And then Amanda, whenever she sings, she just brings so much life into all the songs that she does. And M4's Ass Give It Your All, it always tugs at my heartstrings. And this is not a picture of her singing Give It All. I think this is Tomorrow and Tomorrow. The other song that she sang. I think she sang this song later. She sang Give It Your All. She was gone for a bit, and then she sang Tomorrow and Tomorrow. And then we come to the end of day 1. After the concert, Tierwald and I went to the packing district to get dinner. Insert image of my chicken bowl. And then after we finished eating, our return ride Uber actually dropped off a group where we were being picked up at. And then he drove off for about 5 minutes. And then he came back. Which, the really funny part about this is, the Uber that we took to the packing district, Walt got that. And that Uber actually dropped somebody off at the hotel we were at. And then we got in that Uber. And then Tyr was like, wow, that doesn't happen very often, does it? And then literally the next Uber ride, it happens. And then we got back to the hotel room, and I went out to the gas station to get some drinks. And coincidentally, I ran into Pengy, Kelvin, and Rin, who are coming back with Shaved Ice. I think they were coming back from Joe's or something. Christy and Gabe were... I think Christy and Gabe were part of that, but the line was too long and Christy and Gabe just, like, bounced out. But yeah, I got to, I was walking back with them for a bit and chatted. That was really fun. Pengy, Calvin, and Rin are really cool people. I like playing with them. I like hanging out with them. I like talking with them. And then we move on to day 2, the morning and the afternoon. Walter and I plan on getting seats for the Q&A panel and the Primals concert. We grabbed food at the food trucks on site. Anybody want to guess what I got? Tyr, you're not guessing. You fucking answer it. You got chicken, Miller Lite, canned water. Alright, Korig, Scott, you're the closest. I got chicken tenders. This was the second time I got chicken tenders in 3 days. And then we ended up actually getting decent seats, and we kept them through the concert. And then... Koji Fox had the, he had the panel about coming up with lyrics and localization, and at the end of that, Iron Mouse sang. And I had such a good view of a pillar. Can anybody guess where Iron Mouse is in this picture? If you guessed behind the pillar, you would be absolutely correct. And yeah, I may have cried a little bit, because she did Give It All, she did Return to Oblivion, and she did Sinister. The first two definitely, they're very emotional songs for me. And yeah, her singing them, it was really amazing. Just hearing her and watching her. Like watching her actually dance around, doing these. I loved it. I'm gonna skip over the Yoshi P's random Q&A because I don't really have anything to really talk about it. Other than Yoshi P looked so done with a lot of the questions. Yeah, Sinister was really good. And like her voice is a little, I think her voice is a little too high pitched for that, but I still think she did really good with Sinister. And then Saturday, Tyr and I were taking a bunch of pictures of cosplayers. Open the cosplay folder on stream, Jezzy. Okay, pass, Jezzy. I don't have like all of them handy. These were just like a handful that like I just wanted to like pick up and kind of show. We got 2 deep blues. These guys had to have fucking done push-ups right before this, because... Damn. We got a nice little light party. There are bodies? Oh, they are. Okay, I can kind of see on the... There... Oh, shit. I didn't actually notice that. We got Graha, Lise. Again, I forget a lot of characters in this game, because there are a lot. That Lise is really well done. Papalimo? Yeah, sorry. It's the black mate, yeah. Yeah, because they're not a Lala. It throws me off a bit. This warrior, their armor is so well done. And then... I don't remember the dungeon this was from. I don't remember the proper name. The way that, like, we always talked about it, we called it Slut Shimi. Because it had... It had, like... very kind of slutty glams. This is... I think this is the level 90 Astro set? Or the level 90 Astro artifact gear. Might have been the 80. I used this set one night. And I really like it. Alcé and Alphino. Wait. sorry. Y'shtola and Alcé. My brain just associates the twins together. Like, I saw Alcé and my brain just said Alphino as well. But yeah. Y'shtola, Alcé, very lovely. Emmett Selk. The lighting in some spots was really bad. This is an Alphino Sage. He had some really cool looking weapons. A really nice white mage outfit. Tyr told me who this character was. This is the guy that we were going through Pandemonium with. I think this was like the jailer's father. Or it was... Or was the M8S boss? Wait, Laha? This is Laha? Okay, again. I am very bad with character names. So thank you everybody for bearing with me. I swear I play this video game. I just don't pay attention to character names half the time. Like, I'm gonna say this again. This story is so confusing. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. I may have skipped everything. But I have no idea what the fuck's going on in the story. I'm not sure. I think this is Graha. I don't think this is Crystal Exarch. But I mean, they're reflections of each other. So if I were to call this Crystal Exarch, I'm not too far off. Nice Blue Mage. I wanted to say glam. Nice Blue Mage costume. They had a really cool, the Blue Mage staff. This fucking dancer, dude. This fucking dancer. 12 out of 10. He did everything. He's going for the pose. And he gives 0 fucks. 12 out of 10. This guy did awesome. But he's got slight heels on. We have the Tomberry, and I think when we got this picture of the Tomberry, we actually had a Moogle delivery person come up to us and give us mail. The mail was labeled give one, or keep one, give one. And it was a letter with 2 3D printed commendations. So I think Tyr gave his commendation to Walt, I gave my commendation to Graggle. Again, sorry, the lighting in some of these places is kind of bad, especially like in the transitional periods. This was a Frog Tirage from M5S. They look fucking awesome. I think this tied into Auntie's Tacos, but like I really didn't. I don't think I did this side story, or again I just skipped the cutscene because of course. But it was really well done. And then we had it's Vanat. And then I don't remember the other Ascian we were doing that dungeon with. Wait, is that Vanat? I don't think that... That's Vanat. That is Vanat. Sorry, I second guess myself when I actually think I'm correct. But I don't remember the other Ascian that we were doing. Hythlodaeus? Who was the third Ascian that we did that with? Oh, okay, it was Hythlodaeus and Vanat. And then Emmet. And then Hythlodaeus. Okay, yeah, Hythlodaeus has like kind of pinkish purple hair. And then we saw a group of Moogle deliveries. And then we saw another group of Moogle deliveries. And then on the way out of the convention center, we saw Kefka. This was after the announcement of 7.5 whatever having Kefka Ultimate or Dancing Mad Ultimate, which I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna be watching the ever living shit out of it, and I think around week 3 I want to jump into Party Finder and mess around a bit in that because I really did like the Kefka fights. And it's gonna be a Warring Triad. It's gonna be Sephiroth, Sophia, Zervan. And I really want to see how it goes. Okay. Okay. Wait, the patch was tonight? Okay. I thought I still had like 2 more hours to the patch. Okay. Well, alright, I'll just I'll throw that music back on and we'll just like continue to go through the cosplays. And then we had there's a very cute Sugar Riot, transformed Sugar Riot outside the convention center. She had both paint guns. I wanted her to do the up and the down from Savage, but like I didn't want to bother her too much because I think she was here. She was here taking pictures for like 10 minutes. You saw them on the cosplay. Yeah, it is. It was really good. Then we have I think this is a Warrior of Light's just Scholar, and then not Kryl, Tataru. And like the Scholar has such good details on her cosplay and the book. Not to discount the Tataru. And then there was a huge line. There was, like, right outside the convention center, there was a fountain. And, like, a lot of the cosplayers, they just got up. And there was just a whole bunch of them. And I really wanted to get a picture of this Wicked Thunder. Because this Wicked Thunder was sitting in front of us right before the Dev Q&A, I think it was. She was sitting in front of us for like 5 minutes. And then she disappeared for like half of an hour. And then I got kidnapped by Christy. And then apparently she came back to like where I was sitting. But like I really wanted to get a picture of her because like the details on her outfit were really cool. And I wanted to ask her like where she got the wig done. Stuff like that. But yeah, there were a ton of dancing greens. There were a ton of Asians. And I really wish I had more time to take more pictures because like I did not take as many pictures as I probably should have. And then we have this very beautiful Reen, Medion, and then I swear to God, Oracle of Darkness, Lips Ahoy, Gaia. I know I know her title. Sometimes I just forget her name. You just look at your phone. I actually did grab a couple of yours. Like the naming scheme on top might change. Definitely had to get a picture of Howling Blade because I went into this fight in Party Finder so many times. That I just needed to get a picture. And then 2 really cute Femcotes in base gear. They requested a countdown for the pictures. And Tyr and I were taking the picture together. Tyr did the countdown, and then they just struck the poses. And I know you can't see it. I'm doing the I'm doing the pose as well, like as I'm saying this. Thankfully, nobody can see me doing the pose because it's fucking cringe as hell with me doing it. And then another Howling Blade. I think this was in the convention center. I think this was right before. Or this was shortly before the Primals concert. And then we had an amazing Hildebrand doing M-pose, or the most gentlemanly, and hopefully I can find the picture, because I know Tyr posted it, and I wanted to pick that pic. I want to grab that picture. Tyr and him matching poses. fucking amazing. And Emmett Selk, with the actual, like, he had an LED kind of, again, like, I forget what it actually is in game, but he had like the mask, kind of holographic thing, which was really fucking cool, and the lighting did not do, it did not do him justice here. I really wish we went back like 20 feet into the light and I could have gotten a better picture. And I think that's the end of like what I saved or like curated. And then Saturday evening, the Primals concert. I can't describe in words how it was. Even though I wasn't able to see center stage, the music and the experience was amazing. I'm gonna be buying the digital stream, just so I can go back to it. And fucking Koji Fox singing. Dude. Koji Fox singing. Jason was singing. It was such a good concert. In fact, let's see, where do... Okay, I do have concert pictures. Like, I love the music in this game. And they just put on a good show. And they were talking about it earlier in the day during the lyrics localization panel. Yoshi P actually did the screams, the death screams for M7S. I did not expect that. And they actually brought him on stage to do the death screams when the Primals played the Brood Abominators song. Oh my god. And then they had Jason out for the Tyrant. And the Tyrant's song is so good. And yeah, again, like I was in a good spot, but like I'm not tall. I'm just like a 5'6". It's hard for me to get pictures when there are people taller than me in front of me. And then, of course, they played Rise. Fucking A to the L to the EXander with the time stop. Rise is such a good one. And they ended with Under the Weight, the Primals version that plays in Uwu, and oh my god. I love the music in this game. I love the Primals covers of all the music. Like, there was one that I really like it, but Koji Fox singing Scream? I think, like, having Amanda singing that song, I think it would give, like, give it a little bit better tone. Like Koji Fox does a fine job singing that song, but like having Amanda singing it, I think that would be leaps and bounds difference. And then this was right after. Yes, I am. I'm also afraid. I'm afraid I'm gonna say the rest of Jason's name wrong, because I know it's Jason Charles Miller or Jason Miller Charles. I always forget what it is. Like I know the other two names, I just forget the order. Yeah, this was right after the Primals concert. This was like the closing remarks. Oh, this is the wraparound. And then we had the end of day 2. After the Primals concert, Graggle and Brandon were at the hotel. We invited Urson and Boar over. So we actually had, in the hotel room, we had 8 people. It was Tyr, Walt, Graggle, Brandon, Urson, Boar, Johnny, and myself. I haven't talked too much about Johnny. Johnny is a friend of Christie's. He was looking for a place to stay. I said sure. He's a socially awkward guy. But who the fuck isn't who plays 14? Like, eventually, like, we were talking more, and, like, Johnny kind of, like, came out of his shell and started talking a bit more, so that was kind of cool. We were. And then, so, at the hotel room, we had pizza and fun. We talked FanFest, and we drank some. Where's me? Okay. I guess, you know what, I'll just pull up the picture. Group photo. So we kind of took a group photo. And it took me a second, to remember. Because I was counting, I'm like, why are there only 6 people in this photo? Boar took the photo. But yeah, we from left to right, we have Graggle, we have Graggle's friend Brandon. I hate saying Graggle's friend Brandon, but that's kind of how most people know him. We have Tyr. I really haven't showed pictures, so I don't think I'm gonna say. You know what? Too bad. Next to Tyr, in between me and Tyr, we have Walt. This is Walt. I think this is kind of the first picture I've shown of him. I don't think I actually asked permission to show this photo, but Walt, I'm sorry. Part. And then we have me and my fat gut. And then we have Erston. This was my first time actually meeting Erston in real life as well. So that was really cool to meet Erston. And yeah, that's all that I kind of had prepared for the slides. Because Sunday, we really didn't do much. Sunday, we woke up late. I think we hung out in the hotel room. We talked about shit. We were watching a movie. We checked out. Tyr and I went to the hotel. Tyr and I took an Uber to the airport. We went to the bar. I think it was Ruby's. there's a bar in the airport, Ruby's. We went there, we grabbed lunch. I had chicken fingers for a third time. I had chicken fingers off of the kids menu and a beer. Dude didn't question it. And then yeah, we got on the plane. We flew for about 3.5 hours. We had a little bit of turbulence in the middle around, I think. I don't think I can pull up maps properly, but I think it was Kansas, Missouri. You forgot the most important pick. Which picture? Wait. Hang on. I got a really good picture that I forgot to share. So to all of our surprise, I'm not done yet. Here, we are literally going I am trying to go chronologically. Do you see how we were talking about being at the airport, then the airplane ride, and chronologically, guess what happened last? The 3 wolves photo. Dude, you're fucking... Yeah, I know. Like, that's where I finished the slideshow. The slideshow itself is done because, like, that's how far that I got with, like, my organized thoughts. And then I, like, talking about Sunday, I was just gonna, like, try to go chronologically with it. But yeah, my bad. But, like, I do have a really good picture. Knox made a guest appearance at FanFest. It was nice seeing him. It'll never not be funny. But yeah, so we got on the plane. Show audience. Okay. Yeah. I was thinking of pulling that one up. But it does have my neighbor. It has my neighbor's house on it. So my neighbor is moving, and I took this picture next week. So my neighbor had a dumpster, so he can get rid of all the shit that's been in his garage and his house. So I sent this picture to the group chat, and I said, "Damn, Knox, I didn't know you were moving right next to me." And then the service is Rent Our Box. Anya photoshopped it to Rent Our Knox. This area code, this company is nowhere near me. They just service like 100-mile radius. But it damn, Anya fits in so well. Oh, we also, I guess, like, before airplane shit, this is just some cool things that we kind of saw. Tyr took a picture with a dancing green. The dancing green, you know, pulled out a Perfect Groove sticker, gave it to him. That was the arcade. There was a display of the dolls of some of the Scions. outside of the faces, these dolls look really fucking sick. But I don't know what it is about the faces. Maybe it's just faces on dolls that just, like, is unsettling. Because, like, even the Y'shtola, I'm not sure if it's, like, weird proportions. Like, I don't know. The face looks weird. The Cryo one actually looks kind of fine. The Cryo one looks, like, completely fine. And then there was a summoner behind us. He had a really cool bag with a bunch of enamel pins. Grackle got an LSA. Oh, yeah. Alright, so... Yeah, we had turbulence in the flight around Kansas, Missouri. That kind of sucked. We had a very bad patch of air. My phone got knocked out of its holder. It hit the girl next to me. I apologize very, very profusely. We landed in O'Hare. Paint picked us up. We got back to the house. And... See, now, okay, here, the three wolves thing, it needs like the tiniest bit of context. Go for context. Yeah, I'm scrolling to find the actual context for it. Because, like, it was really funny. I'm just trying to find the day. I know the context. I just want to get, like, a visual. Pick a voice. Do you want to meet me in my Discord in the dungeon?
Yeah, I was just gonna tell the story. I don't have the actual day that it happened. I figured I could tell a brief story for context, and because it's a fairly simple story.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just raid conversations, is all it was. Is we were just talking about stuff that was going on in raids, and you know, I was trying to get everything going and get people like motivated to do better. And Jez, you posted a screenshot of something that said, "Hey, yep, there it is. I ain't reading all that. I'm happy for you though. We're sorry that happened." And yeah.
And then
So
fuck, what is it?
I basically, you know, I wasn't calling Jez out or anything like that, but then Pink jumped on the same train, and it was like, come on, guys, let's like not like make light of this. And then, yeah, that's when we get to the whole three wolves thing, because everybody knows that inside everybody there's three wolves. And apparently in my static there's three wolves, and one of them is a serious one, and the other two is, well, the other two are just laughing at the one who's serious. Leads us to this picture.
We were laughing at tears suffering. We had to recreate it. It was just too iconic to just let it go.
The bad thing is I had to put my hand in front of my face because underneath of it,
You were laughing?
cracking up. I was trying so hard not to laugh, but I was fucking cracking my ass up, so I had to put my hand over my face so you couldn't see me laughing.
But it was so much fun. It was so good.
Yeah. And you really need to take this photos to somebody and have them like do a commission, get somebody to do a commission and hand draw this out.
I still think it would be better with our Warriors of Light.
I mean, yeah, we can recreate it with, we could give them this photo for reference, give them pictures of our Warriors of Light, and then have them do a commissioned photo, and it make more sense. So, but yeah, no, that's that is yeah. It was definitely, it was fun. It was a great time. Even that picture.
And then I had chicken fingers
Oh well, I mean technically
for the
chicken
for the
fingers.
fourth time. I had chicken
Yeah.
fingers before that. That's right.
Yeah, we had the chicken fingers before that.
Because yeah, this is we ate. Then my mom came down and my mom took the picture.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's my contribution to this. And with that, I will let you go and let you do your thing, and we'll talk to you later. I'll be on your stream though.
All right. Again, I had such a fucking amazing time hanging out with you through all
Oh,
of
this
this.
is a blast, man. This is a blast, man. I'm not gonna get into too much because I've been fighting back emotions all day since I got home. So,
Yep.
But I will let you get back to your doing, and I will be around if you need me for anything else.
Yep. Later, dude.
Later.
Fuck, I want chicken fingers. I kind of do as well. It's because like going through all this, I've had an infected tooth, so I've been very cautious about what I eat, and chicken fingers and fries is fairly safe. The infected tooth is almost taken care of. It should be taken care of this week, and I should be like back to fine, and then I just need to get the rest of my mouth looked at, which I am not looking forward to. But yeah, so that was I don't want to say like TLDR FanFest, because I don't think that was kind of long, but I know I think I like glazed over or like glossed over some things that I kind of wanted to go in a little bit more detail on, but I think I'll probably do that on a later time, at a later date, when I'm a little bit more well rested and I can like have cohesive thoughts. This was more just I kind of wanted to get things on paper to just kind of talk about FanFest because I had a lot of fun. I kind of want to talk about the experience, the things that I did, things that I saw. And just kind of convey that I have over 2,000 days in this game logged in. I'm closing in on 50,000 hours played. This game is a large part of my life. And being able to meet the people that I played the video game with, that I watched stream. How many AFK hours? Probably about 25,000 AFK hours. Because like, so Wednesday when Paint, Tyr, and I were hanging out, like we went up to Chicago. We went to an arcade. We were up at the arcade for like 8 hours. We came back, I think, like 10 o'clock or something. We were sitting at the table talking for like an hour. I came down to my computer room down here. I moved my mouse. And I'm logged into Final Fantasy, and Tyr looks down from the kitchen. He's like, he's fucking logged into 14. Like, yeah. What about it? I'd be logged into 14 right now, but the fucking game's in maintenance.